I never accepted this hair as a younger youth. I think the only time I accepted my hair was when I was a kid and my mama did it.
Where did the words come from?
I put them in the refrigerator. I did the dishes and stuff, and I put it in the refrigerator. Because I know you were going to need them. But, you know, I guess the only time I accepted my hair back in this state was when I was little. My mom did it. And even then, she, you know, I would get it pressed Saturday night before church and then wear it throughout. Sometimes it would just be a wash and plait, but most of the times it was wash and press on Saturday, so it could be nice and neat for church Sunday. And
I need you to run me to Walmart early in the morning.
Okay.
I gotta pick up a girl call.
Who?
You want me to watch the call?
Yeah, you wanna do it?
You want me to pick a call up in the morning to work? She got beat up from 5 to 2 tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
But she needed it done at least by 4. I thought I'd come up there early.
Alright. But,
She'll be on the grocery side, she's on the hardware side.
alright, well, we'll talk about it after I finish. I don't want all your info to be on, Facebook. But, yeah, oh, I mean YouTube.
You get that, hook me up with some ice and some tea and bring it to the car for you.
Okay.
And there's that extra wire.
Oh, okay. Okay. Alright, I'm almost done. I'll be there in a second. But yeah, you know, that's when I said, when I was a teenager, I begged my mom when I was like the tween years, you know, I was like, how was I, 14, 15? Around that age. And we moved back to New York. And my cousins was there, and my cousins all had perms, and their hair was straight. My mom's still tussling and doing stuff. I was tired of little pigtails and stuff. You know, I'm in my days where I think I'm almost a woman. But yeah, so I begged my mother to let me have a perm, and she fought hard. I mean, she said no, no, no. I kept begging every time she do my hair. See, you wouldn't even have to do that. I was like trying to do anything. See, it would be awesome if I had perm. You wouldn't even have to do my hair. I could do it myself. And, you know, I was on it. So I finally wore her down, and she was like, okay. She didn't want me to have perm. But, you know, she gave in. Plus, my mom was going to school and working full time, so I know it was hard on her, so I wasn't making it easy emphasizing the bad stuff of it either. So, you know, she let me get my perm, and I was like, and my hair was long because it was natural my whole life, and it was long and pretty, and I was like, oh, thought I was the stuff, and kept curling, and the curling irons, learned how to do the curling iron and all that stuff. And it just kept getting permed over and over again. That was it. I had a little bit of new growth. It's time to perm it. And boom, the weaves busted on the scene. My cousin went to visit her aunt who was a beautician for a summer, and she came back that summer and was like, girl, you can sew hair into your hair. I was like, what are you talking about? And she came, and her hair was all long and pretty, and you know, I was like, what'd you do to your hair? She's like, girl, you can sew hair into your hair. We was like, boom, Weave Diva sister cousins. I mean, we were on it. Learned how to do the braids, learned how to make the tracks, because she watched her aunt do it, so she had an idea. We were like on it. We used to have our hair did up all the time, because it was me and her. We grew up like sisters. Anyway, I had other cousins I grew up with like sisters, but we really lived together like sisters. That's my sister, Lady. Lady's her name. That's what we call her. I'm not gonna say her real name because she probably don't want y'all to know her business. I miss you, Lady. Supposed to be seeing her. Hopefully I see her next summer. But yeah, we learned how to, because she saw it. And first we started sewing with regular clothes and thread. We didn't know. We just knew this is somehow it worked. And the only weave we had access to was the one she had in her head. So when it was time for her to take it down, you know, she had like a full weave, and we put it back in, but we do like little styles, because that's when, like, you know, salt and pepper, when you had a little bang here and your hair curled and stuff, like that type of stuff. But then we started looking around, started noticing there's beauty supply stores. I mean, I don't think I knew about beauty supply stores until I started getting hair weaves. I didn't know there were stores where all this beauty stuff was at. You know, my mom she'd go to the beautician. My mom the only hair she did was when we was kids, pigtail stuff, and, you know, that type of stuff. Cornrow braids, pigtails for little girls' hair. But herself, she'd go get her hair did at the beautician. And then, you know, of course, I went to the beautician when I had my Jerry curl. That was before the perm period. Because, yeah, she gave me a Jerry curl, because I thought that, you know, that was the stuff back then. So we had a Jerry curl. But then I didn't want a Jerry curl anymore. My cousins had straight hair, and I wanted straight hair too. So we did the whole Jerry curl thing. Had a great lady who used to do my hair, because I wore my hair like that for a few years in a Jerry curl. And I used to always go to this lady from church who would do it for me, Dancy. May she rest in peace. She was a beautiful woman. She was like a younger woman. She was like her young, maybe Dancy had to be at least like 19, 20. She was young, but she knew how to do the Jerry curls and the chemicals and all that. So I used to go get my hair did like that. And I think I got Jerry curl, like every 6 months or something. It's to the point where your new growth is so big that even the Jerry curl don't hide it. So, you know, I was like, I don't want to do that. I was in the end of middle school. I was like, I don't want a Jerry curl no more. That's when Jerry curls was like falling off. In my mind, it was falling off. I didn't want it no more. I wanted the straight hair. So, you know, after weighing my mom down, after all that, and it was like I could do it myself. You know, my mom would take us to the salon to get the perm put in. She didn't really mess with all that chemicals and stuff like that. She believed you need to go to a professional. Till this day, she will go to a professional. She'll do her hair like in between, but she go gets her hair did at her best friend beautician. She grew up with her where she lives now. Her best friend one of her best friends from childhood does her hair. She has a salon. But yeah, I forgot what I was saying. I done went all over the world. But yeah, so I'm just gonna keep going. It'll come back around. Woo! I'm getting old. But listen, anyway, so I wanted the straight hair. My hair got all ruined. Me and my cousins found out about weaves. And I didn't know there was a beauty store until I started getting into hair weaves. Boom. But yeah, I didn't know there's a store with all the beauty products and hair and jewelry and makeup. And we went in that store and it was like, ah, you'll see this, you'll see this. Every weekend we went to the beauty supply store after that. It's my store. Even to this day, I'm like a kid at the candy store, like looking and just even if I'm not going to buy anything, I just want to see what's in there. What's the new thing? Oh, okay. And don't let me see something I saw on YouTube. I am trying to get that, especially with something I was like, oh, that looks neat. I am trying to get that in my shade or in the color I want, whatever it is. But yeah, so found out you could buy hair. Found out about braiding hair. I mean, we learned how to do each other's hair like breathing the air. I mean, we were like, okay, because I used to love the wavy body waves, so I would have my hair all waved out. I had to ask my cousin for them pictures because she got it. Because, girl, y'all, I used to have like this big wavy hair, and I would keep my front out and this here part so that I could do like a up ponytail and have this out. I was a diva. But yeah, so you know, I didn't wear my hair out until my daughter graduated school in 2011. That's when I was like, forget this. I want to be and see who the Lord made me to be. So that's my story. Y'all know all of that. Or, I'll get into it more detail. No, I think I told y'all that. But anyway, so on this article, this white lady named Sarah, and her hair is she has curly hair, y'all. Big curly hair. It's pretty. And, a lot of people were mad. Like, some of the comments one woman was saying, and I'm paraphrasing because I don't know. Y'all go look up Sarah Curly Nikki backlash. It'll pop up. I'm sure it will. curlynikki.com backlash for Sarah article. That's what I will put in the search bar, and it'll pop up probably. But one lady was like, why we finally got something of our own, and now we have to accommodate for the people who wasn't accommodating to us. Other people is like, now they want to change. Instead of saying natural hair, is better to say embracing your curls, quote unquote, embracing your curls is better than saying natural hair as in a marketable way, which I can see that. Yeah, they would want to change that and all that. I can see where everybody come from. But my thing is, would it make us better to enforce a reverse segregation, sort of like, and I'm not talking about our actual segregation, but just to think of the concept of segregating the natural hair community just for black women? Is that right? I understand it's a lot of money that's going on and stuff and behind it and all that, but I don't think that's right. My personal thought is every woman should be able to be who she want to be, as long as she search and love and fear the Lord. And when I say fear, have the fear of God, I'm not talking about, afraid of God. No, fear of God. The fear of God for me is, my fear is I won't get to see my Lord. That's the only thing I could be afraid of. Now, I'm not saying when it first come on, first thing, you're gonna have a reaction of whoa, like scary, but then you everything starts moving and you're like, wait a minute. It's supposed to be like snakes. I don't like snakes, okay, y'all? I mean, I really don't like them. I don't like to see pictures of them. I don't like to see videos of them. My husband, oh my gosh. All these videos on Facebook, oh, look, the snake biting itself. I don't want to see that. I don't like snakes. I don't like snakes. But I refuse to let a snake rob me of my passage to heaven. So if we got to go through it, we just got to go through it, okay? First, I'm like, oh, right now. But then says, okay, the Lord is more important than this. So, yeah, okay, I got to go through this. You know what I'm saying? So, reverse. Hold on, y'all. Let me make this man his tea. I'll be right back. Yeah. Spend a little time with the hubby bear. Talking and stuff. Got his tea. Started a new batch for him. My husband loves sweet tea. And this is my third cup of water. Yeah, so where was I? Talking about Sarah on curlynikki.com, her post. So, reverse, cause is it segregation, a form of segregation to say only black women can be a part of this community? It's a thought. For me, like I said, I believe every woman should be able to be who she is. Putting Christ first, putting God first. I mean, if you look at it, because the world is the devil's playground. So everything on TV, they have like these picture perfect women who are about this big, and are beautiful. They are beautiful. But is it realistic? I mean, women from the beginning, in the beginning with Eve, because she listened, she was able to be seduced by Satan about the fruit. God made it one of the punishments that we're going to be dominated by men. No matter what, it's going to be a man's world. We were equal before then, but, if you notice, Satan didn't have no access to Adam, but through Eve. So, that's what I think about the whole, about that part. But, I'm not even getting into that about women's, the women lib thing, female, power to the women thing. I believe you can be a strong, independent woman, and then I also believe that you can be a strong woman even in a marriage where you're submitted to a man. And I know some's not gonna like that, but that's just my personal views. I'm not saying that if you don't view the same as me, you're worse, or you're not a good person, or you're not right. I'm not gonna judge anybody because I don't want to be judged myself. Everybody has the right. We have free will. That's one thing the Lord gave us, is free will to do whatever you want, however you want. But for me, that's how I think. But a lot of people were upset because there was a white woman on on curlynikki.com talking about she finally at a place where she can accept her natural hair. And yeah, her hair is all curly, not like mine. Mine's is kinky. I have kinky hair. My curls are all, they just don't go, and they're not big loopy. They're tiny little in out figure eight. It is what it is, and I'm at peace with it. I love my hair. So why can't we as women be okay with women? Because white women do stuff to their hair. Just because their hair is loose or straight, there's women who go put process to curl their hair up, a chemical, or chemicals to keep their hair straight. They do stuff to their hair too. So she's saying she's natural. She accepts her hair as the Lord gave it to her. God gave her that hair, and she's happy with it finally. She's at a place where it's awesome to her. I don't think, for me, it's not a bad thing. And some people feel like, okay, black women always been, because I even say it, we have been institutionally brainwashed to think our hair is bogus, ugly, not nice, unkept, not pretty, but does it make it right for us to have so much anger and hatred that was done and put into us, that anybody who wants to say they're natural, who's not kinky haired or curly haired, that's not